Are fighting plans for a housing development in Grimsby that they've described as a small town. The Grimsby West site would see 3,500 homes built near Great Coats. So far, over 1,500 people have commented on a public consultation. The developer says it'll bring better transport links and much needed homes. Simon Spark has this report.
It may look like a peaceful area of countryside, but this tranquil setting has become a battleground over which protest groups have formed and councillors have been elected largely on the basis of fighting proposals to build up to 3,500 properties here.
So there's going to be a shopping precinct here, and then houses will expand as far as your eye can see.
Councillor Lindsay Downs has grown up in the area and is now one of 5 councillors elected, they say largely because of local feeling against the development.
I find it quite difficult to walk down here now knowing what it could be. I find it frustrating that all of the common sense arguments that we've got around why it's not a good idea to build 3,500 houses here have resulted in a strong fight that I've been fighting for 5 years now. So this is the chalk stream, our River Freshney, one of only 200 in the whole world, and we're so lucky to have it here.
But wouldn't this be protected?
No, there'll be a flyover across this, which will see up to 15,000 car journeys a day.
This is the flyover that is planned over the River Freshney, and this is an idea of how the area will be transformed, with 3 different neighbourhoods, including 2 community hubs, primary and secondary schools, a country park and sports pitches. Yellow, amber and red areas are housing.
Had you not heard that this was going to be...
No, it's the first time I've heard it you told me today, like, I'll say it, crying shame. I've seen it all happen over at Laceby because that's extended, isn't it? Well, everywhere has. But I didn't realise here, but it's a green belt and a green belt to stay. But so, obviously not.
Over 1,600 comments have now been made on the planning application, but there is a housing crisis, which is why the government wants to build 1.5 million homes by 2029. The Yorkshire Building Society says there needs to be more reuse of buildings within that plan.
It isn't an either or. We're going to need new builds and to reuse what's already there. And what we're saying is by reusing what's there, we can go further and faster and deliver more homes sooner. And we know we've got a real need in society to do that.
The developer Grimsby West LLP says this new development will deliver much needed new housing. Improved transport links will increase access to key local employment hubs to the north of Grimsby and in Immingham, and 72 hectares of dedicated open spaces will improve public access across a greater percentage of the land than was previously available to local people.
The deadline for people to have their say has now been extended until midnight on the 8th of March.
Simon Spark, BBC Look North, Grimsby.